Live from Arkansas' streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
Good morning and welcome back to THV 11 Morning News. Thanks for streaming with us on THV 11 Plus. It's been a great Wednesday so far. Meteorologist Tracy Bean is out once again today. Hope she gets feeling a little bit better. But Nathan Scott here. Thank you, sir, for being here. Appreciate it.
Yep. Got 4 hours of sleep last night, so
that's pretty good.
Yeah. Your body just won't go to sleep when it knows it's not used to that.
No, it's just like you're taking a nap and you're going to get max 4 hours of sleep.
Because you know the alarm is coming.
You didn't tell me you took a little cat nap. It's pretty amazing how fast you fall asleep, though.
Yes.
After the shift.
And that's
you don't need any help.
I don't have any problem falling asleep.
Yeah.
But when you wake up, you're thinking, oh, it's got to be 1 o'clock in the morning, and you look at the phone, which you probably shouldn't, and it says 10:30.
Oh,
like,
no!
And then your mind starts to go in different places.
Right, and once that happens, it's a struggle. Well, all of you who are
I don't envy you guys.
Hey, I'll tell you what though. Let me just say, at about 12:30, about noon, 12:30, I'm like,
nice day
working. I'm going to eat some lunch and take a nap.
Ashley, how's traffic?
Traffic is looking pretty good right now. Still early, 7:01, so we're just now starting to see volume pick up on our roadways around central Arkansas. This is a look around Curtis Sykes Drive on Interstate 30, headed towards the Arkansas River Bridge, where the North Terminal Interchange is located there. You can see we're seeing some volume. We're seeing a few brake lights there, too, getting a closer look at where our slowdowns are right now. This is that North Terminal Interchange that I was just talking about, and where we were looking, moving at on 30 westbound at 47 miles per hour. It's very slow there on 40 westbound at the North Hills Boulevard exit, 37 miles per hour. Still looking pretty good, though, if you're coming in on 57 southbound. It's moving along pretty good there at the McCain Drive exit. And then this is what it looks like 30 eastbound around Alexander. Just a little bit slow. We're starting to see that congestion there, which is pretty typical. We'll get a look at our drive times in just a few minutes. Nathan?
Ashley, had some rain make its way through parts of the region last night. Now that activity has made its way into Mississippi and Tennessee, but we still have some very light rain showers or some drizzle or mist happening across the metro. So just be prepared for that. It's about 20% chance we're going to have that happen through the course of the day. It's much warmer. Temperatures, 24-hour difference. 10 degrees, as much as 20 degrees warmer in El Dorado. That places the air temperatures into the 40s across the region, so no need for that heavy winter coat. We'll see the numbers warm up into the mid-50s. We'll hang on to lots of clouds throughout the day with that 20% chance of a few showers, and you'll see that here on future radar. The best chance primarily will be in the South Arkansas. Then those rain chances go up somewhat going into tonight. But temperatures area-wide, mid-50s, could be some 60s in northwest Arkansas. 60s expected here in central Arkansas on Thursday as a cold front makes its way through, give us a better opportunity of some showers and storms. I'll have a look at future radar for Thursday and talk about what happens behind that front coming up.
Nathan, thank you. Approval of a bond 3 years ago by Little Rock residents is finally helping to fund a new district court.
New this morning, there are finally plans in the works for when citizens can expect the money to be put to use.
THV11's Tamer Knight breaks down the details and the city's plan moving forward. Good morning, Tamer.
Well, good morning, Karen and Hayden. Plans for a new Little Rock District Court began nearly 15 years ago when it was placed on a sales tax back in 2011. But it wasn't until 2022 when a bond was passed and the funds were secured. Now, the city has purchased a new building on West Capitol Avenue that will be the new home of the Little Rock District Court. City leaders say it's an opportunity to revitalize an area with a new modernized building. But most importantly, it will offer more parking for citizens, updated security measures, and an all-new state-of-the-art facility. The district judges say they look forward to having all of their staff under one roof, allowing them to be better able to serve the community.
This will be the first time that I will have my own courtroom. So that gives us more flexibility to do things like mock courts, moot courts, teen courts. I'm involved in the teen court program through the Pulaski County Special School District. So it gives us an opportunity to bring those events, as it were, to our courtroom and to bring it to a courtroom that represents the capital city well.
The new courthouse will be located right across the street from the federal courthouse on West Capitol Avenue. Now, the schematic design process is set to begin in early 2026, with construction expected to start by the end of that year. Now, if all goes as planned, judges could move into the new facility by January of 2028. For THV 11 News, I'm Tamer Knight.
I'm sure they are ready for it, Tamer. All right.
New digs. Senator Tom Cotton is pushing new legislation tying college tuition breaks to immigration status. The Put American Students First Act would require states to charge out-of-state tuition for students without permanent legal status and mandate annual verification through the federal SAVE system. Supporters argue states lose up to $1 billion a year and say the policy is unfair to students from neighboring states who pay higher rates. A federal judge has blocked a new Arkansas social media restriction, putting Act 901 of 2025 on hold. The law would have allowed parents to sue platforms over content tied to harm, including things like addiction or eating disorders. According to the Arkansas Advocate, the lawsuit filed by Net Choice says the law violates the First Amendment. This is the second time a federal judge has blocked those restrictions. U.S. District Judge Timothy Brooks ruled the limits on so-called addictive algorithms are likely unconstitutional.
The Arkansas television station, long known for shows like Sesame Street and Downton Abbey, is preparing for a major change. The state's PBS affiliate will stop airing PBS programming beginning next year. More than 70 programs will disappear from the lineup following cuts to the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Earlier this year, Congress eliminated federal funding for the public nonprofit, arguing it had become biased and partisan. Arkansas's new executive director, former Republican State Representative Carlton Wing, says the loss of funding made it too difficult to continue the PBS affiliation. He says the focus now shifts to building a new audience through locally produced programming.
And for people who still want to see specific programs that they've come to know on PBS, those are still available. They just won't be available on our over-the-air broadcast. We'll have documentaries, we'll have movies, we'll have education, we'll have all of that. It'll just be different titles.
The Arkansas stations are the first in the country to sever ties with PBS since the budget cuts earlier this year. The newly rebranded Arkansas TV is set to launch June 30th of 2026.
Developing now, authorities are releasing enhanced video of a person of interest in Saturday's deadly shooting at Brown University. And investigators say the individual may have been casing the campus hours before the attack.
Police are asking the public to help identify the suspect. Meanwhile, one of the students shot over the weekend is sharing his story. CBS News' Jared Hill has the very latest from Providence.
It's a slightly clearer glimpse at the possible Brown University gunman. Authorities releasing enhanced surveillance video as the manhunt in Providence stretches into day 5.
We believe that he was actually casing out this area to commit the crime.
The person of interest, said to be about 5'8", seen walking through the residential neighborhood near Brown hours before the attack.
I'm confident that a member of the public is going to recognize this person, perhaps a family member. Some cases have broken this way after a period of days.
Overnight on social media, President Trump criticized the school's surveillance system, asking, why did Brown have, quote, so few security cameras? There are more than 1,000 surveillance cameras across Brown University's campus, but investigators say with the shooting happening at the edge of campus and in an older building, none of the cameras were in position to capture the shooter. Freshman Jacob Spears was coming out of a study session when he was shot Saturday. He spoke with CBS News.
First, I was confused, but then I realized what was happening. I ran. He got me in the back, but adrenaline did me good, and I was able to get up and run.
As the search for clues continues, the community is seeking comfort. Hundreds packed a church at the heart of campus, honoring the 2 students killed and 9 injured in last weekend's mass shooting.
I keep thinking it could have been me. You know, I live a block away from the building where it happened, and I was in the building just a few days before.
A moment to rebuild hope with a sense of safety shattered. Jared Hill, CBS News, Providence, Rhode Island.
7 of the 9 people injured in the attack are still in the hospital. Authorities say they have not yet determined the person of interest's age or any connection to the university.
New video this morning showing Nick Reiner the night he was arrested, first inside a gas station and later as police surrounded him. He was taken into custody without incident. The 32-year-old facing first-degree murder charges in the deaths of his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, in their Brentwood home in Southern California. The charges carry life without parole or the death penalty. CBS News reports the family attended a Christmas party Saturday night at the home of comedian Conan O'Brien, where Rob and Nick had a loud argument. His attorney says he hasn't been medically cleared for his first court appearance. Investigators are still reviewing his movements before the killings. Reiner remains in custody without bond. I'll send it back over to Ashley now with a check of the roads this morning at 10 after 7. Probably about to get going.
Yeah, it's starting to get busy on our roads around central Arkansas. Right now, we're just mainly seeing the volume start to pick up in those typical slow areas on our morning commute. But we do have one accident I want to tell you about. This is in Lone Oak on I-40. This is near exit 175. You can see it's off to the right-hand shoulder. We've got a couple of emergency vehicles there and all of the cars moving over to the far left lane. But this is something that you need to be aware of. Looks like there's a McDonald's nearby too. So if you know where that is in Lone Oak on I-40, that's where the accident is located. We'll get a closer look at what's going on with that accident. It doesn't really look like it's slowing anything down there on I-40 westbound, but it is just something to be aware of. We also have the slowdown here in North Terminal Interchange. You can see it's moving very slowly as well on 30 eastbound around Alexander, where we have our typical slowdown. Anything from the 430 interchange to Bryant starting to look a little congested. So that's what's happening with our traffic, Nathan, and another warm morning, right?
It is a warm morning out there. Ashley, temperatures are into the 40s this morning, and we'll have to contend with some areas of patchy drizzle, mist, maybe some areas of fog, but highs today topping out into the mid-50s. It's a 20% chance or less that drizzle or a few showers could pass through your neighborhood. We're up into the 60s, though, for Thursday ahead of a cold front, also breezy. Best chance of showers and storms will be in the morning through the early afternoon hours, and then it does turn slightly cooler behind the front on Friday. Temperatures dropping down to the upper 20s, low 30s Friday morning, and highs upper 40s to lower 50s. But we warm things back up going into the weekend. And I'll have more on that weekend forecast and once again an outlook on what you can expect for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day coming up.